All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking open the Bhagavad Gita, but we're not looking at it as some ancient, dusty text. No, we're treating it as what it is, a practical blueprint for winning the single most important battle you will ever fight, the one that's happening inside your own mind. This is Karma Yoga, the path of action. Let's get into it.
So, let's start with a question that gets right to the heart of everything. Have you ever known exactly what you should do, but then you find yourself doing the complete opposite? You know, as if some other force just grabbed the steering wheel. If you felt that, you're not alone. It's a universal human struggle, and it's the very problem we're going to unpack today. So, to understand how we should act, the Gita gives us the ultimate role model. It says, hey, before you look at yourself, let's look at how the divine itself operates in the world. The logic here is just fascinating. Lord Krishna basically says, look, I have no skin in the game. In all the three worlds, there's nothing I need to do, nothing I stand to gain. And yet, he's always in action. Why? Well, because if the ultimate example of perfection just decided to kick back and do nothing, what do you think everyone else would do? They'd follow that lead.
And here's the key idea. The divine doesn't act for personal gain. It acts purely for the welfare of the world. There's this amazing Sanskrit term for it, loka sangraha. It means basically holding the world together. Every action is about setting a standard, maintaining cosmic balance, and preventing chaos. Every single action is completely selfless. That is the gold standard.
Okay, so that's the ideal. A pretty high bar, right? So where do we, as human beings, go so wrong? Well, that brings us to the very heart of our inner conflict, the ego's big mistake.
To understand this, the Gita introduces this incredible concept of the gunas. Now just think of them as these three invisible forces or energies that are behind everything that happens in the material world. Seriously, everything. From a flower blooming to a thought popping into your head, it's all just these three modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance pulling the strings. And this is where you can see the ego's mistake so clearly. The ignorant person, the one who's all tangled up in their ego, they see these natural forces at work and they think, I did that, I'm the one doing this. And because of that, they get super attached to the results. But the wise person, they see the truth. They know it's just the gunas operating on the gunas, it's just nature acting on nature. And because they know they aren't the ultimate doer, they can act without getting all wrapped up in the outcome. All right, so we get it. We mistakenly think we're the ones calling all the shots. But that still doesn't answer the question, what is that force inside us that makes us act against our own will? What is this hidden enemy that causes all this self-sabotage?
This is the question Arjuna asks Krishna. And listen to it. It could have been asked this morning, right? It's as relevant now as it was thousands of years ago. He's literally asking, what hijacks my free will? What is this thing that makes me do things I know are wrong, as if I'm being forced?
Krishna's answer is so direct and so powerful. The force that's compelling you is kama. It's desire. That's it. That is the all-consuming, never-satisfied enemy that's lurking inside every single one of us.
And it doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. Krishna explains that it's born from rajas, that energetic, restless mode of passion we were just talking about. So the very same force that drives ambition is also the source of our greatest inner enemy.
And here's where it gets really dangerous. When that powerful force of desire gets blocked, when it doesn't get what it wants, it instantly transforms into its destructive twin, krodha, rage. I mean, think about it. This one single insight explains so much of human conflict, both inside ourselves and out there in the world.
Then Krishna gives these three absolutely stunning analogies to show how desire just demolishes our clarity. He says it's like smoke covering a fire. Your inner wisdom is still there, burning bright, but the smoke is so thick you can't see its light. Or, he says, it's like a thick layer of dust on a mirror. Your mind can no longer reflect reality clearly. And in its most intense form, it's like a womb covering an embryo, a total blackout where your wisdom is just completely sealed off and impossible to access.
So we have identified the enemy. It's this insatiable desire. Now, to defeat it, we need a map of the battlefield. And guess what? That battlefield is your own consciousness.
According to the Gita, desire sets up camp in three key places. First, it attacks the senses. They're its gateways to the outside world. From there, it moves deeper into the mind, where it starts creating all these thoughts and schemes to get what it wants. And finally, its ultimate goal is to cloud the intellect, corrupting your ability to tell right from wrong. It literally takes over your entire internal chain of command.
But here is the key to victory.
The Gita lays out a crystal-clear hierarchy. The senses are powerful, for sure, but the mind is superior to them. And your intellect, your ability to reason, is superior to the mind. But, and this is everything, superior even to the intellect is the soul, the Atman, your true, unchanging self. This isn't just a list, people. This is a ladder of power. It's your true chain of command.
So, we've identified the enemy, we've mapped the battlefield. Now for the most important part, the actual battle plan.
Krishna's instruction is just brilliantly simple. He says, therefore, Arjuna, first, control the senses. That's step one. It has to be. You can't fight the enemy inside your fortress if you keep leaving the main gate wide open, right? So once you start regulating what comes in through the senses, then you're in a position to confront and conquer the desire that's taken root inside.
The entire strategy really boils down to this. You win by using that hierarchy of power we just talked about. You use the highest part of you, your soul, your true self, to steady and guide your intellect. With a clear, steady intellect, you can then direct the mind. And with a directed mind, you can finally master the senses. See? It's all about restoring the proper chain of command inside yourself.
And that, right there, is the timeless power of karma yoga. The Gita doesn't just point out our inner conflict, it hands us a clear strategic blueprint for victory. The enemy is desire, the battlefield is your consciousness, and your ultimate weapon is your own higher self. The plan has been laid out for thousands of years. So the only question that really matters now is, how will you win your war?